there's a fear many people have, which is actually about public speaking. That's the fear. And, Amy, why don't we just start with you telling us about how, you fast forward, you're president. How do you feel about public speaking? Can you talk about that?
Sure. This is a tough one for me. Like you said, I think it can be for many people out there. I wouldn't use the word fear.
Okay.
But I would definitely use the word aversion. Getting me here, the fact I'm here doing this show, Pam, shows how much I genuinely care about you. I'm an introvert. Pam, you know that about me. The I in my Myers-Briggs. I can show up like an extrovert. I've joked I play one on TV. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately where do I derive my energy? Yeah. And my energy comes from that place of introversion. You know that type very, very well. So I like small groups. I like intimate conversations. I like one-on-one. I like that's a deep place for me to be able to engage, and to feel comfortable and helpful. So my leadership style out of that introversion, it comes as coach, it comes as teammate, it comes as partner. I like to be behind the scenes. I like to I don't need the spotlight. Mm-hmm. In fact, I prefer others to have it, and I'll celebrate from the wings. So put me in a room with 10 people talking about something that I love and that I'm passionate about. I'm all in, and you probably have to yank me off this, yank me off the stage or out of the scenario, but ask me to stand up in front of 300 people to give a kind of a more traditional formal speech. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. You've actually learned about certain tips and techniques that work for you, right? To be successful in the space, because it is part of your role now.
Yes.
Can you share a few of those?
Yeah, for sure. What I've recognized is don't overthink it. At the end of the day, don't overthink it. So my analytical brain, maybe it's the engineer in me, searches for the right word, the right way. I start to write it out because I'm very thoughtful about the message that I'm trying to create. But what I recognize through our work and some other feedback I've gotten is that focus on precision, it can cause me to go into my head. And trying to search for the right word, I become less vulnerable, less authentic, less ultimately me.
Yes.
And so I found for me that memorization is my enemy. And, my ability to obviously prepare, to set the guidelines for myself, and then ultimately just to lean into it and to speak from my heart is the way to go. I've been married. I just celebrated my 25th wedding anniversary, and I've loved the same man for over 30 years of my life. And his advice to me is always get out of your head and into your heart. Yeah. And that's kind of the way I've started to apply that to, my public speaking opportunities.